So as I said, like we have to create one like a new project here. See, as I said, like what dependencies like you have to select it: the Spring Web, Thymeleaf, tools, JPA, MySQL driver. Validations, like if you want, then you can take it. Otherwise, not necessary. So I will create the model for the employee. See, it is added. So here like we have to add one like model. Okay, we'll give it the name as employee. And what fields we want there. Okay, so instead of adding the int na here, see, instead of adding the int, like I'm just adding the wrapper class for the int. What it is, integer na for the wrapper class. So what is the advantages of using the wrapper class here? So it will allow for the null value or not? The int will allow or not? It will not allow, but like the wrapper class will allow it, na? So in some cases like the null value will also gone. So I'll go for the wrapper classes and we'll take it. Let's say employee ID. What other fields? Private, string, employee name, and in double like I'm taking the salary. Okay, so after that like we'll go for the getter setters methods. So we know yeah, one more photo. Private, we'll take it string na again for the employee profile, let's say. Okay, take it like any column, and then like we'll add getter setter. Select all. Okay, it is added. If you want the constructor, that also you can add it. As per our model, na, same like which we have done the work. One default constructor also like I'm adding. Okay, so after that like now this model, like this is one like the model or like entity na, that is employee wala. So we have to just like generate like as a table na, by using the same model. So like we'll use which annotation? Entity annotations above the model only. So here we'll pass entity, this one, so it will make it like the table na. Again, like if you wanted to change like the name of your table, then like you can add it to the table, otherwise not required. It will make it like the table there. Okay, so if you want like some different name there, so we'll pass the name inside it, EMP, let's say. Correct. So the model will be this, and the table name like I want EMP. For the EID column, like we'll make it, and for the auto increments, generated value, strategy na, yeah. generation type dot and taking identity. That also will be fine, no? It will take like the auto increments. Anything else here? I don't want to change like any column name. It will be the fine same column name. Okay, if you want, then like you can make it changes. I think this is done enough for this model work. Next, first of all, like I'll come into the properties wala part here, which is very important work. So what things we have to add it here? Spring dot data source dot URL. What was that? Double slash zero 06 database name. Wait. Let's say I'm adding new database. Okay, we'll perform like whole operation here in the database. Spring DB. Okay, so this database like will add into here. Next is what? Spring dot it is root password is empty. Next, dot Hibernate is equals to, we'll make it the update, and it's equals to true. And for file uploads, we'll make it file dot and the path. Na here, what is path? Resources static, and then like we have to provide the folder name here. So first of all, like in the static, like I'll add the folder. Okay, images. So like what path it will make it? Images. Okay. So the properties wala part is done. The next where we'll go? Is the template file, the form wala part, no? What we have to add inside this? We give the file name as let's say add employee dot html. Okay, added one HTML file. We'll add the form details, email, salary, photo. Na only 4 details is there. We'll take one input. Type is equals to text, and we'll use here the object reference now from the controller sides. So I'm loading the reference over there. What method we have to pass here? Post will load the object from the Thymeleaf, which is we have not passed now it. Correct? No? Need to pass it from the controller sides. Let's say we'll consider EMPS. And one more thing, that is multi-part, or like what it is? Multi-part or form hyphen data. Na? It is this correct, this one? ENC type. check it here, no, multi-part or form data, like that only, na here. Check there. Take this one, multi-part or this one only, like we have added, na, I think in a GSP and servlets, the same we will add it here. Here the field. What was the syntax for the field? Here asterisk and then your column name there. What was that column name here? Ename. We will copy this. Here the field is email. Here salary. Here I am not taking help of the th field, like I am passing the name. So name you can pass like anything, let's say file. Okay, so this is for input type, it is not text, na, it is file only for loading the photo. And one more, that is submit button. Value, it is save. Correct. Next, so formula work is done here, like I'll add the one interface first of all, like I'm adding. So the repository is nothing but the interface, no? It's not class. So we have to give like the name as emp repo. So this is one like the repository, na, basically. So one interface I have added, emp repo. After that, like I want one service. So service is a class or interface. Also, if you want, then like we can make like the service implementation or a class, na, for the service interface. So we'll just make it like the single class only here. That is employee service, and one more, that is controller. Correct. So like the same, the important things are like what we'll start the from it, this one, na. So this is one like our main DAO. Correct. So here like we have to pass one annotation, that is repository. But here this is not like the repository, na, emp repo. We have to extend like which repository? JPA. Will extend because JPA having like the more features, na, here. So JPA repository, it is asking for the two parameters. The first parameter will be your model name, na, that is class name. So what is my model name here? Employee. And the second parameter, like you have to pass the ID, like which is ID is giving, that is integer, na, data type. Done this work. DAO is done, na, like we'll go to like implement this operation now where in the service. So again need to make like the service annotation here. No need to implement or extend anything here. We know like we can inject the dependency by using the like the three ways, na. Either you can use like the constructor, field or setter injection. Correct. So you can go for like anywhere, like so like right now only like I'm just going the shortcuts one, that is field injection. So for the field injection, like what things we required there? Yes, we'll pass the object and we'll pass by which annotation? Auto void, na? So it will inject the repo wala objects there. Done this work. This is service wala part. I'll create one method for save the data, na, basically. So public, can I make the return type as void, because I'm not going to like return anything over there for save. It is just like execution, na, basically. We'll make the method name as save employee, and the one parameter like we have to load, that is model, na, here. Correct. So I'll take the help of this object, that is repo, and repo will provide me like the one method which is inbuilt now. No need to make it, na, that is save, and it is asking for the object. So like can I load this e object there? Is anything else here? That's it, na, I think. The service wala part is done. So where I have to go now? Next. in a controller, we'll make it the controller. Here, which method like we are accessing from the service or repository? From the service, na? So we'll create the object for employee service. Again, we will pass one annotation, that is auto void. It will inject this object. First of all, we need to return the form, na, which we have created. So public what return type like we have to pass it string. Okay, let's say I am taking like load employee. Okay, what we have to return here? Yes, this page, na, HTML page. Add emp. Here the annotation, get mapping. Can I give it now like the first slash? Now there is no more pages. Okay, again like we have to pass like the reference, na, to the form. So we'll take the model and also we'll pass the object for the employee. So how to share the like the reference m dot. Do you remember this or not? The reference was like we have shared the EMPS, na, I think there, and the object is E. That's it. Is anything else here? I think now it will come to your form, na, here, where it is there. After this, like after submitting the EMPS object will get submitted and it will go on action. So we'll pass like let's say the save employee, which is not there, na, like need to create this action now. So we will come to this public. Return type is again string. Here we'll pass which mapping? Post mapping. Save employee, na, here it will come. Here we have to map model attribute, na. For which model? This is like not needed, na. We are not passing any validation or like anything else here. The model is already binded there, na, that reference. So just pass directly the object. Yes, understood this? If you pass, so like you can map the model also, na, by passing the model attributes. So we can map it also if you want then, which is not required now, but still I am taking. For mapping the model properties, na, here it will map proper the model properties. The next, here if you want then like you can pass the reference, otherwise it will just map it the model properties. Tell me the operation here. Serve dot save emp and it's on the object, na, but see we are not directly loading the object because we have the file also. It will not load the file because file wala parameter like we have said the name, na, there. Yes or no? It will not load the file. So for loading the file, like what was the operation here? We have to pass one more. Request param. What reference like we pass? File, na, that is name all attributes. And here we'll use multi part file. This is one the object, na, basically. Corrects. So next, like here what we have to check, can I just pass the condition whether like we have to check whether the file is empty or not. If it is not empty, then only it should be come there, na, inside this. So how to check it? If not, my file dot is empty. If it is not empty, so it will come inside this. And what was that operation like? First of all, like we have to take it the file name. How it will get? Original file name. Next, path, na, see that is nio.file wala package is equals to paths. It's paths, that from the same package dot which the get, na, it's asking for the URL now. So here like we have to pass the one variable that is path wala. So which one? That is string make it just any upload, let's say directory, na? Tell me the path here. src slash static, and my folder name is correct. So like it will take this path, but from where it is loading, we are configured somewhere na in application.properties. So for that, like one annotation like will pass, that is value from where dollar, yes, what it is, file dot, take this one only na, same to same. I just copy this key only we are taking na there. So we'll take here. Correct. So this part is done. The next here, how the directory will get it, pass dot get, like what we have to pass here, this upload directory plus next files dot write. Now we have to write the file now. Path comma path dot get bytes. Is this correct? Oh, it's throwing the exception na, just here throws. Can you just throw the IO exception there? Input output exception, and what we have to return here only, like we have to load na exception, the method na here, when the method only like will load the exception. Throws or throws, we have to throws the exception, input output exception, and after that, like what we have to do here, my object is what, e na here, e dot set which file, like we have to set e profile na here, this file name. So file names, like will we get it like only the file name na, which is we are loading, let's say abc.jpg, correct. So that only it will set it, and after that, like the service, it will save the object na, means while saving this object it will update the profile photo also here. And what we have to return now, it's want the string na, just return one message. Response body here, IO exception done. It is, you can add alert also here, just pass the script here, it will come inside the alert na, JavaScript. Close the script. Okay, so it will load the JavaScript also here. Response body it is. Then it is, so I think the table structure is also like not loaded na here. Now we'll see for the database where it is, that spring na, spring db, this one. Now there is no table, so like first of all, like we'll run the application this. So you can see now here it passes one SQL query now create table wala. It's adding the EMP table na, which one we have created. So like here it will reflect it. In a Spring DB, the EMP is loaded. Only there is no data because we have not added anything na here. Okay, so let's come to your this part. Localhost 8080. What was that path? Empty was there na only. Array, it is this. Oh, that is a reference we pass the EMPS, and we are using the object E. The reference we are getting from the form, it is the EMPS na. The reference is different, so it's not valid. It is not valid na. The variable expression it will get false. So it's want the reference EMPS and also validate it here only. What was the reference? EMPS. Just to refresh it. Where? Oh, here, reference. We have changed na here. That is EMPS. Here also. State is there. Check in a form. Array, it is expression na, dollar. Still it is not loaded. John, we'll test on John only. Salary. Run wala GIF file. Added successfully. Cannot redirect anywhere now. It is added, and also it will show in this one also folder. Like we have to check here the images. Na, just refresh it. Refresh. This is one the project na. It should be show here. I think path, just need to check the path. See, it's going inside the static. Here I think in properties it is correct na, it is static inside the images. It is going inside the static. The controller check it. SRC is there, main, resources, images is there na, so it should be going inside it. why it is combined this slash, I think it is application properties, just take it. So that's why it's combine it without slash. We will truncate it. Truncate emp na, use refresh na, we have refresh na, this one deleted this, we don't want it. John. Saved. Correct, now it's going the compile time also. It's not showing the problem like the runtime wala. See, you can see here it's showing the insert wala query na, after inserting DML operation, it is showing there. It's stored na here. Is understood this? Main part was mainly the insertion wala. The fetch wala is